Good morning, most amazing artists. Today you're going to do a line across your page to make the horizon line. You can do that by folding your page like this, then drawing a line over that fold. Every point that looks like this, where things vanish, is called a vanishing point. So where the road vanishes off into the distance and you can't see the road anymore, that's the vanishing point. We're gonna draw the road from that spot. It's gonna look like a triangle. So you're just gonna make a triangle for your road, because when the road's far away, it looks closer together and smaller. And when it's closer to you, this is actually where the road is closest to you, at the bottom of the page. So go ahead and make your road. You can make it wider if you want. I could make it even more wide. Maybe this is going to be the sidewalk. So I'm doubling it up. Now I have the sidewalk here and the road here. If you don't like anything, of course you can erase it and redo it again. You also can put it on the back side and try it again on the back side. So like maybe I wanted the road to go from this vanishing point all the way to the edge of the paper. I can make it go that wide if I wanted to. It's your choice. The next step is to add the dots in the middle of the road. So usually down the middle of the road there's two lines. So when they're far, far away, they're close together and small. But when they get closer to the end, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. That gives the illusion of the road. If you want to do the double dots, you do the same thing, but also with the double lines, when they get further away from the vanishing point and closer to you, where you're at, they're going to get a little bit apart. They don't just get bigger, they get a little bit apart. Yes? If you don't talk, you can stay. If you don't talk. If you talk one time, you're going to move back. The next thing you can do is maybe you want to have the little white dots on the side. They're going to go small to medium to large. Small, medium, large. After that, yes. Yeah, of course. After that, we're going to do the sidewalk. So the sidewalk has to go from the vanishing point. Just like the road vanishes when it gets far away, so does the sidewalk. So we're going to come out bigger, more far apart, 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 and then we've got our sidewalk. Something interesting about the sidewalk. When you make the lines in between each concrete block, they have to be a horizontal line. Do you know how this was horizontal? It went straight across this way. These have to be horizontal for it to look right. So you're going to do horizontal lines. You can make them kind of symmetrical. As they get closer to the vanishing point, they get smaller and closer to each other. So we're going to do one here, and then the next one might be a little bit closer, and then closer, and then closer, and closer, and closer, and then closer, and super close. So kind of medium away. Maybe I should have made that one like that. And then maybe like this. You can kind of play with it and like make it how you want it to be. You can even like kind of trace each little part of the concrete. So big one, medium one, smaller one with the horizontal lines. Make sure these lines are horizontal, and then it gets smaller as it goes.
Oh.
But they stay horizontal. And of course you can erase anything. That's the great thing about art, right? Is that you can erase it. If you're ahead and you want to do something while your friends are catching up with the sidewalk, you could thicken these a little bit. If you want to thicken the lines in the road, they get thinner as they get closer to the vanishing point. So if you are doing this, it comes to a point like right here where they're just going to be one single line anyways. But the one here might be a little bit thicker. Okay, the cool thing about perspective drawings is it's just a flat paper, but it looks 3D. Marley?
Can you slow down?
That's why I'm taking a video, because I'll go back and replay it for you guys if you miss anything. If you really want to have a sidewalk, don't go onto the trees. keep just working on your sidewalk. If you got the sidewalk and you're ahead, I don't want you to sit and wait, so I'm gonna do the trees. So the trees are gonna go from large, they go all the way from the sidewalk up to the top. Then a medium one, that's gonna go from the sidewalk, but be less tall than this one. And then a short one. The trunks of the trees would be thick, kind of thick, and then thin. So this one's gonna stay kind of thin. You can just make it a rectangle if you want, color it in. If you want to add some value, make it dark on one side and light on the other side, you could. And then this tree is gonna be like medium thick. You can make it dark on the sides if you want. And this one, what do you think about this one? Thin, thick, or thickest? Thickest. You guys are catching on. And we're going to shade it in. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can add color to it later if you want. Now the trees, what do you think? Maybe you wanted this to be telephone poles. You could make it telephone poles by doing this if you wanted to. See? And then you could add the little wispy things if you wanted. Or you could make it trees and go small, medium. This one would be in front of this one. And then large, this one would be in front of all of them. So you can pick. Do you want it to be a telephone pole? Would you rather it be a tree? Would you rather it be a pine tree? So take a second. If you want it to be telephone poles, just put those telephone poles back. Make sure this one's small, this one's medium, and this one's large. And then you can loop your wires with a smile shape. So that wires are like a little smile shape. You get to pick because it's your art. What do you want it to be? If you want it to be a wire and you have some extra time, you could add a little bird to it. You could just be creative and add whatever you want on it. You could add a little river back here. So I know most of you probably are still, thinking about your tree and your telephone wire. That's fine. Keep thinking about, even if it's your road, you can keep thinking about the road. But I can see over there at the blue table, some of you are ready to add something. If you're ready to add a river, you could add a wavy line from the vanishing point behind the telephone poles. The river would have to start at the vanishing point for the other side and then get away and away and away. That's only for, I see there's a couple people that are ready for that step. It's okay if you're not. It's normal to not be ready for that step. It's just extra.
Experiences of art do you have? Just curious.
What do you mean?
How many years of experience of art?
Well, I'm 42, so a long time.
Have you been how old are you?
Actually, I'm 43. Yeah.
Wait, have you been doing art your whole life?
I loved art. When I was in 7th grade, I really, really loved art. But I didn't think that I was good enough at art to like do it as a job. But I wish I had
a
believed
year
that.
older than you.
Yeah.
She'll be 45 on May the 4th.
Aw.
But how do you get a loop?
Okay, little smile. All right, the buildings are a little tricky, so we're gonna go slower with the buildings. To do the buildings, you can see we have vertical lines. Mona, look at my pencil. This is horizontal, right? This is diagonal. This is vertical. That's the kind of line we need for the buildings, just like we did for the telephone poles or the trees, whichever one you chose. So we're gonna go straight up like this. And I'm gonna continue it up here.
What?
Imagine there being an imaginary line that goes like this. This is an important part, Corbin. Mona, can you see this imaginary line right here? I'm gonna erase that after. That imaginary line can help you make the buildings. So I did this first line for the building. Then I'm gonna do the next line for the building. That's gonna go up like this. This is gonna be the front of the building. Now I can erase the inside for the building. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, the next step, the top of the building, is going to be this diagonal imaginary line that I made. That's the top of the front of the building. But the side of the building, look at, see the side? This one has to be horizontal. So even though my imaginary line went diagonal, you can do it with your pencil first if that kind of helps you see it. You're going to put that horizontal line.
Oh.
So it will go cut over like that. And now can you see it? Can you see the building? This is the side and that's the front.
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, and then you can erase this part. It's like a magic trick in art. So that's the first building. The cool thing with the door, look, the door has vertical. Everybody say it, vertical,
Vertical.
vertical,
Vertical.
and then the top is diagonal. Do you see all these red lines that I made? All of those red lines are vanishing lines. You can use them to make the tops and bottoms of windows and doors. And this is how architects make architecture drawings or models of what they want to make. All right, so we're going to make the vertical. We're going to do some imaginary vanishing lines like this. You can just make lots and lots of imaginary vanishing lines if you want. Then you use those lines to put your doors where you want them to be. And your window. See how I can put a window right in there?
My picture is breaking.
I'm going to show you again.
Did you draw that in 2022?
Yeah, I guess so. Mona. All right, we're going to do the next building down the road. If you were on the first building, this is how you would do the first building. So imagine this is your first building. So your first building was 2 vertical lines. So whether this is the first or the second, you're going to do 1, 2 vertical lines. Can you draw a straight line up? Yeah, you can draw a straight line up. You can do this. The top of the building, anybody remember? Is the top of the building vertical, diagonal, or horizontal? Which one is that? Vertical, diagonal, or horizontal? Diagonal. Diagonal line on the top. Anybody remember what's this one gonna be? Horizontal. Next step you're gonna do is the door for this one and the windows. I think 2 is enough for right now. I'm gonna replay the video. If you want to re-watch it, you can re-watch it. If you want to just add your own things to it, you can add your own things. Maybe you want to add little signs to the door. You can add your signs. You can add shutters. You can add anything you want.
I don't think I'm going to make a building on the other side.